If your company can't run for 2 weeks without you, you don't own a business. The business owns you. And every day that goes by, the price gets higher. Not just financially, personally, physically, emotionally. You miss dinners, you miss birthdays, you miss moments with your kids that you'll never get back. Your health slowly deteriorates. Your marriage starts carrying the weight of the business it never signed up for. And somewhere along the way, you convinced yourself, this is just construction. No, it isn't. And it doesn't have to be this way. I know because I lived it. I started out as a union carpenter in Chicago with a tool belt and a hammer. I built one of the most respected commercial subcontracting companies in the city. From the outside, it looked like success. Inside, I was trapped. The company depended on me for everything, every decision, every problem, every fire. If I stopped, everything slowed down. Maybe that sounds familiar. Every morning your phone starts ringing before you even had a chance for your first cup of coffee. Someone didn't show up. Equipment is late. A customer already has a problem. A superintendent needs an answer. An employee has an excuse. The project is behind schedule. And before the day has even begun, you're already reacting. Somewhere along the way, you stopped being an owner. You became the emergency department. Every problem ends up on your desk. Every decision needs your approval. Every employee needs your attention. Every customer needs your reassurance. Your company only works because you're willing to suffer more than anyone else. That's not leadership, that's survival. Then cash flow comes in. You completed the work, you hit the schedule, your team delivered, and then you wait 30, 60, 90 days. You're financing multi-million-dollar projects while hoping someone else finally decides to release your money. You're carrying all the risk while everyone sleeps at night. Then you go home. Your company got the best version of you. Your family gets what's left. Your wife sees it. Your kids see it. You sit down at the dinner table, but your mind is still on the job site. You finally get a quiet moment and your phone rings again. Day after day, month after month, year after year, until one day you wake up and realize you've built a successful company, but somewhere along the way you lost yourself. Here's the truth. Nobody told us how to build a company. They taught us how to build buildings. The old timers taught us craftsmanship. They taught us how to work, how to hustle, how to grind. But nobody taught us how to build leadership. Nobody taught us accountability, operating systems. Nobody taught us how to create a company that functions without us standing in the middle of every single decision. So we did what everyone else did. We worked harder, longer hours, more sacrifice, more stress, believing that eventually it would get easier. It doesn't. Because hard work doesn't fix broken structure. Structure fixes broken structure. I spent years proving that. When I walked away from decades of the company I built, it wasn't because I failed. It was because I finally understood something. Working harder was never the answer. Building a better system was. And then I built Atlas, a demolition company in Chicago, while living in Florida. No office, no daily job site visits, no living in constant reaction. The company wasn't built around me. It was built around structure. And that's when it became undeniable. It didn't matter if I walked into an electrical contractor, a concrete contractor, a demolition company, a framing company, or a steel contractor. The problems were all the same. Not bad people, not lazy employees, not weak markets. The problem was the absence of an operating system. Every company eventually becomes a mirror of its leader. If the owner is overwhelmed, the company's overwhelmed. If the owner reacts, the company reacts. If the owner has no structure, nobody has structure. That's why I created One Management. One leader, one team, one company, one standard. This isn't software. This isn't another management app. This isn't another consultant handing you a binder before disappearing. I come into your business. I work with your leadership. I work with your people. And together, we install the systems, the leadership, the accountability, and the operating structure that allows your company to perform without everything depending on you. Because the goal isn't to build a business that needs you every minute of the day. The goal is to build a business that gets stronger because you finally built it the right way. This isn't for everyone. If you're looking for another shortcut, we're not a fit. If you're unwilling to hold your people accountable, we're definitely not a fit. If you're convinced another piece of software is going to solve years of operational dysfunction, we're not a fit. But if you're exhausted from carrying the entire company on your shoulders, if you're tired of solving the same problems over and over, if you're ready to stop surviving and start leading, then let's have a conversation. Click apply for your strategy session. If we're a fit, I will personally sit down with you. We will look inside your company. We'll identify where the leakage is: money, leadership, and momentum. Whether we work together or not, you'll walk away with clarity. Because here's the truth. The next $1 million won't solve this. Neither will another project, or another estimator, a superintendent, or another project manager. If the operating system doesn't change, the problems simply get bigger. So the real question isn't whether your company can grow. It already has. The real question is, can your company continue to grow without destroying the man who built it? If your answer is no, then it's time. Apply now. Let's build a company that finally works for you.